For a moment of silence. Our October offices for everybody yesterday. So after the pledge, just a moment of silence for Mr. Rizzo. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. To the republic. Which stands. Yes. Please be seated. Roll call. Really? Yeah. Trustee Walker, I'm ready. Here. Trustee Thomas is excused. Trustee Clausen. Yeah. Mayor Fair. Yeah. First resolution 168-24, mayor's appointment. Move the resolution. Second. Roll call. Trustee Tuffarelli. Yes. Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Mayor Fair.
Yes.
Resolution 169-24, minutes.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call. Well, it's on the resolution or at the end of the resolution to be comment on it. So if you have any comments on a specific resolution, come up on those, or at the end, we have time for comments. All right? Any further comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Resolution 170-24, tax cert settlement.
Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Resolution 171-24, official intent reimbursement of certain costs from proceeds of tax exempt bonds.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Mayor Fair.
Yes.
Resolution 172-24, purchase of fleet additions for Department of Works Fleet Services.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Mayor Fair.
Yes.
Resolution 173-24, a resolution to complete and submit an application to purchase surplus property to the New York State Department of Transportation Office of right of way to purchase from the state of New York 25 acres of land constituting parts of property located at 62-78 Pick Street, Village of Valley Springs, Town of Hempstead, State of Nassau, State of New York, for completion of the sale of property. Submit such application.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Mayor Fair.
Yes.
Resolution 174-24, Pentus Inc. online property tax collection.
The resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Resolution 175-24, CGI Communications Inc. Community Video Program Agreement.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Thomas. Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Resolution 176-24, Springbrook Holding Company, LLC. Immigration Agreement.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Resolution 177-24, Can Solutions.
Resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Tuffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazak.
Yes.
Resolution 178-24, PSO Solutions Inc. subscription agreement.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments on the board? Comments on the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 179-24, contracts and agreements.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 180-24, change order number 1, resolution 052-24, bid delivery.
Resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 181-24, resolution to resolve claim.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 182-24,
Move the resolution.
claim settlements.
Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 183-24, parents ticket officer.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 184-24, unit 2 appointments.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 185-24, unit 1 contracting vendor.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 186-24, unit.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 187-24, unit 3 classification.
Move the resolution. Second. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Resolution 188-24, payment of audited vouchers.
I hereby move that the abstract of the vouchers be paid as soon as same as approved by the majority. The resolution.
Second. Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes. If you take a look on the schedule of meetings that are posted, December and January 27th, we're going to begin our centennial year. So there'll be a flag raising ceremony at 7 o'clock right before the regular meeting. And we have the meeting scheduled to March. I need a motion to close and go into executive session. Personnel litigation matters. Motion to close. Roll call.
Trustee Taffarelli.
Yes.
Trustee Wright.
Yes.
Trustee Wazza.
Yes.
Mayor Fitt.
Yes. Okay, at this time we're open for public comment. Have a public comment, you can step forward.
Okay. Yes, well, I have notes, if I'm a little nervous.
It's okay, don't be nervous.
I'm here tonight to express my concern about the recent decision to take over the playground at Fireman's Field without any consultation with the community. And I just read this quote, which I love, but I feel like it should change. No child can be deprived of life, liberty, or property unless the judgment of his or her peers about the law of the land. Because I feel that the children were not consulted and the community was not consulted when the space was paved over. In the article in the Herald, and I don't mean to single out the mayor, but you suggested that the playground didn't care, the community didn't care about the village playground, but I don't know if you know the other playground was broken. So we were really focused on that, and there was a sign that said that the playground at Fireman's Field was going to be fixed, and we were all under the assumption that it was going to be fixed. And then when it was paved over, we were pretty upset. I called the village a few times about the issue, and each time I was kind of met. I felt I was treated dismissively, and I left my personal information. I've never received a phone call back. My understanding that there was supposed to be a grant. I don't know if that went through. I just feel like if you're gonna pave over playground, there should be a plan and that should share it with the community and that we should feel like we're stakeholders. When we make decisions that affect public spaces, we must engage the community and ensure that things like this, that our needs are considered. I feel because I've had such a bad experience with communicating with issues about children, I was wondering if the mayor and the board would be open to maybe creating a committee or commission focused on children's issues. For stakeholders, we could get together. It doesn't need to be very formal. Maybe it could just be a meeting where we could talk about issues facing the kids, like vaping, pedestrian safety. And we would have definitely told you that we wanted to keep the playground. Including, sorry, I'm very nervous. It's just, I feel very strongly about it too. So I just would like you all to reflect on this and maybe in the future, be really parents in the community do want to be listened to. So I don't know what's the best way to do that, but going to meetings is not very convenient for us. So that's my public comment. I also have a question sorry. What is happening with the playground?
Well, that's what I was gonna answer. First of all, what we determined and most reasonable people believe having a playground in a parking lot is a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea to have cars there, the carbon monoxide there, the drivers, as you see, like it's not yet easy. Shopping centers, cars plow into the stores, and having a playground in the middle of a parking lot is a horrible. We are replacing it with a much better playground, not in the middle of a parking lot. And we have a great track record you can look at. Not Field, K. Everson Playground, Arlington Playground, Barrett Park Playground, were all improved and 1,000 times better than the previous playgrounds. Safer, cleaner, better equipment for children and parents alike, especially like K. Everson and Oak, probably. That's right. So when we looked at Fireman's Field and saw that it's a little square in a parking lot, refurbishing that didn't make sense. We are putting in again, our track record is excellent, a bigger, better, nicer playground in Fireman's Field. And gaining those few extra spaces were better for cars. Having kids in a parking lot, personally, I think the board agrees with me, is a terrible idea. Let alone a driver who could not park properly, who might injure some child, but children running through a parking lot to get to the playground and or just cars idling, carbon monoxide, people testing it. It's not a good idea. So we do have the playground plans in place. We have grants out. I don't have, David, do you have Tom's latest timeline for that playground installation?
I don't, sorry.
Yeah, I know. The gentleman who's in charge of that, Tom McAleer, who's taking care of the grant and the proposals is not at tonight's meeting. But it was not done loosey-goosey. Again, anyone who thinks for a minute that little square, which is a terrible playground, terrible.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I live 2 blocks from Fireman's Field. And my kids go to Wheeler, and there's way more cars and way more carbon monoxide at that playground than there is at the Fireman's Playground.
Well,
I went there
I
with
disagree.
my babies. Okay, we can agree to disagree on that. There's very little traffic during the day at that playground. I don't think I ever saw a car idling there. It might have been more when there were games. I'll give you that.
Definitely.
But when I used the playground, and it was a real sanctuary for me because it was fenced and it was a really nice place for babies because Valley Stream actually doesn't have any playgrounds that are specifically designed for babies, like Reed's Park and Limbrook. And all I'm asking is that the community has a say in public spaces and that there's a committee or a commission so that we can work with you guys on this.
So the second part of the answer was, yes, the playground's coming in, it's gonna be bigger and better and nicer and not parking lot. And we do have a committee, it's called SPARK, Sports Park Arts Recreation Committee, that we consult with on all those changes like we did with pickleball courts and that's what pickleball courts. Trying to remember a couple of the projects that SPARK worked on. That's volunteers from the community who sit on that committee. It's not a commission, it's just a committee that wrote those. And then the only other thing we have to follow, you need to be aware of, is any grant comes with stipulations and rules and things that we must follow, mostly ADA compliant. That was another headache we had with that particular playground. It was not ADA compliant. And, you know, the wood chips and the way to get in and out of there, you know, wheelchair, handicap person, special needs, we put in a whole special needs playground at KF's for autistic children. So we've been very attuned, that's why I say I disagree with you. We've been very attuned to improving our playgrounds, meeting the needs of the residents, meeting the needs of the children, consulting with our SPARK committee, and going with the grant. And again, I think you'll be very happy once the new playground's in.
Well, we've been without a playground for a year and a half now, and it seems as if there isn't any plans to have it replaced.
Well, there's a plan.
What's the timeline?
That's why I apologize for that. Tom McAleer takes care of that, is not at tonight's meeting. David just works with Tom, I thought we might. But again, I do apologize for that. We can get back to you with that, I don't know. Jay, do you know the latest timeline? I saw the plans for the playground, and the area for the playground. I know we submitted to the grant for the playground.
But even if we don't get the grant, still.
Absolutely, we absolutely committed to that. Even if the grant is turned down, we committed the village money to the playground in. So that's going to happen as well. But the
Brian,
problem with
Brian Howley, you don't happen to have a timeline, do you?
Sometime in spring or
see, the other problem we had was leaving that playground open. It's not ADA compliant, and it opens up every taxpayer litigation. If a child got hurt in that playground, and we were put on notice that it's not ADA compliant, now we're in big trouble. The village, the taxpayers are going to be in big trouble. Could be multi-million-dollar lawsuits. So that's why maybe it was abrupt. Once we're notified, we have to close it down. We don't have a choice.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to communicate at me when I'm trying to ask you to communicate with us.
That's what
We
he said.
want- Yeah, well, I mean, I've called many times about many issues and no one mentioned the Spark committees to me. So, I've never heard of that. So when do they meet and have you join it?
They only meet when there's a need. You know, they don't meet on a regular basis. When something comes up, or there's a question or a problem, or like I said, they originally looked at turf fields. They had a lot of different projects thrown at them to try and evaluate what was worthwhile to pass along to.
And then my other question would be, on that committee, how many people have children that attend local schools?
I think all of them.
So every,
And if they don't, they have.
Right.
Parents.
yeah, I just feel like they're,
Where
you had
where
asked-
do you live at, Brian?
what, 150 North Grove Street?
I live about 3 blocks,
Two blocks, you 5 years.
and 40 years, 30 years, we live in there. We want the people not liking the playground, not liking the park yet. So this is an up and down, issue. A lot of people didn't like the park because of the track. When we put the playground, it was a little controversial. So we're glad you love the park and playground. There will be another playground in there, sure. I would say like summertime. And you can communicate from clerk's office.
But I felt like I called and I left my information and every time I wasn't given information.
We'll be calling you as the clerk's office, I'm pretty sure Jason.
I haven't been got
We probably call the clerk's office.
Yeah.
Look, it's like,
Anyway, I just want to make sure I answer that. Like you say, I apologize, Tom's not here, but I do believe, we made a commitment as board to, put the playground in even if the grant's turned down. Because we want the playground back. On it. My kids played on it their whole lives, growing up.
I just feel like a committee that engaged parents would really be beneficial for everybody, beneficial for you guys too, because then you know what it wants. So that's the main purpose of my.
Appreciate it. No one can ever be scared. Other comments for the public? Thank you for coming. Get home safe.